And it's not a surprise either. The NFL has fumbled the ball because they are who we thought they were. Denny Green said that, right? In that beer commercial. They are who we thought they are, and we let them off the hook. Remember those commercials, Jackson? Are you too young?
Oh, no.
Here's, they had all the coaches, Herm Edwards, all the coaches, and they did the mock press conference and those stupid beer boys. Now I'm dating myself. You look it up, you'll see it was great. These were great commercials, okay? They took the real clips from the press conferences and they reacted to them differently. At any rate, it has nothing to do with the story. Here's the story. When the NFL made that hostage video in 2020 where Roger Goodell was in his basement saying, Black Lives Matter, okay? If they would have panned the camera over, we would see that he was being held hostage when he said it. It wasn't true and they lacked integrity and now they're off the hook. The NFL doesn't have to pretend they're anti-racism anymore. They're removing the words end racism from the end zone for the Super Bowl. And it's just a coincidence, okay? So for those of you out there who are saying that they're doing it to please Donald Trump, that's not true. That's not true. Okay, these statements have been on the field since 2020. They've run their course. Well, some of them, the end racism one has, okay? During the championship game, the Eagles had that in their end zone. The Chiefs had something like, choose love. That one still stands. Probably unless you're a same-sex couple. That's my thought. That's not what it's not gonna be accompanied by a rainbow flag. You got it, folks? That's not what the NFL is about. But anyway, President Donald Trump just so happened, released through his administration that he's gonna attend the Super Bowl. And on the same day, the NFL said, oh, by the way, we've changed the end zone signage. Again, it has nothing to do with it. They went into detail. But here's what's going on. The NFL will remove the words end racism from the end zones at Caesars Superdome in New Orleans ahead of the Super Bowl on Sunday. NFL confirming this to NBC News. Instead, the field will have stencils of the phrase choose love. I would have followed up had I been in this press conference and said, will there be a rainbow flag? And they would have promptly been thrown out. And my news organization would not have stood behind me, not this one. A mainstream one would have said, Sharon, you were warned to toe the line and you did it again, didn't you? Any rate, Kansas City Chiefs take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Brian McCarthy said in that statement on Tuesday, again, end racism will not be in the end zone because they're just evolving. Throughout the 2024-25 season, NFL teams have advertised pro-diversity slogans at their stadiums and on their uniforms. The field stencils have been part of the league since 2020, as we mentioned. Teams have used on the field this year, vote, end racism, stop hate, and the aforementioned choose love. This is part of the NFL's inspired change, NFL spokesperson McCarthy said. Now, the league seems to be suggesting that the phrasing, again, for the Super Bowl end zone has nothing to do with President Trump's planned attendance. Instead, pointing to recent events that made the choice obvious, they say, and maybe you'll buy this. Choose love is appropriate to use as our country has endured in recent weeks wildfires in Southern California, the terrorist attack here in New Orleans, the plane and helicopter crash near our nation's capital, and the plane crash in Philadelphia. Okay, so choose love, which sounds beautiful, doesn't it? They're lying though, by the way. NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell spoke ahead of the Super Bowl on the matter of diversity, saying the league's diversity initiatives do not, we want you to know this, they do not conflict with the Trump administration's anti-DEI policy. We're just business as usual. We believe in diversity. Our policies have been designed to be well within the law, well within the practice, Goodell said. There are no quotas in our system. The diversity and quotas aren't the same thing. Anyway, this is about opening that funnel and bringing the best talent into the NFL. He added that the NFL's policies are consistent with the current administration. Lie. As well as the last administration, maybe. We got into diversity efforts because we felt it was the right thing for the National Football League, and we're going to continue those efforts because we've not only convinced ourselves, I think we've proven ourselves that it does make the NFL better. Would Jerry Jones agree with that? There's been a lot of reporting on what he thinks about people being put in their places. I'm gonna let you react to this, Jackson. I'll ask it facetiously, but do you believe that these two announcements, Trump says, I'm going to the Super Bowl, and the NFL says, oh, we have an announcement about the signage in the end zone. There won't be any more end racism. Are these two things related or just a coincidence?
No, of course they're related. I mean, this has everything to do with not frustrating Donald Trump. That's what it's all about. I mean, this dude was at a church service, and a pastor who, it's very fitting for a pastor to say, hey, maybe we should try peace, give peace a chance. Maybe you should have a little bit of compassion for people. And he was like, he was like, nah, man, the hell with that.
Yeah.
He was
He's
like,
very angry.
It was a very boring service and she should be fired.
That's right.
Yeah, but yeah, that's all this is about, because sure, choose love it's a fine slogan. You can't really get mad at that, but this administration that is blatantly racist blames everything on the fact that, oh, there might have been a black person in charge of that there. Yeah, you can't have that. That's what this administration's all about. So they, and they don't want to have to deal with that. And one of MAGA's biggest gripes is, don't call me a racist. I just want to be one, but I don't want to have to acknowledge the fact that I am one. I mean, yeah. It's painfully obvious what this is all about. Because Donald Trump is a 12-year-old, and he easily gets his feelings hurt when you tell him the truth about himself. So that's all this is.
Yeah. How dare you offend 12-year-olds? But yeah.
Oh, well, okay, he's an 8-year-old. There you go.
Probably. But it is just sad. And the choose love, when I first saw that, I said, well, great, even rainbow colored love, right? And same sex, queer. Do you have any disillusion that the NFL perhaps is also pointing to that?
No, I mean, the people who own NFL teams are very, very wealthy older white men. They don't care nothing about this. Don't matter to them.
I mean, Goodell is doing, do they?
Yeah, I mean, just like like Target and Walmart and all these companies that 5 seconds ago they were like, yeah, go gay people, and now they're like, no, screw that. We're not gonna.
Yeah, Target had the displays. They were selling out. Remember?
The hell with all that, man. We gonna end these. We gonna end these business initiatives, and y'all black folks and y'all gay folks, y'all on your own, just how it used to be.
Yeah,
so it's the same thing.
Don't go looking for your black hair care product.
Colin Kaepernick lost his career because he had the nerve to stand up for a very real issue in this country. No, the NFL don't care. They make all their money off of very athletic young black men. That's what the NFL is. That's what professional sports in this country largely is, for the most part. Athletically superior black people dominating everyone else in athletics, and white people making a lot of money off of it. That's what sports are.
And they get them into the system by ranking them and putting them on the auction block in that. That whole NFL display where they kind of rate who's better and stronger and can jump the highest. And yeah, well, that's what's happening. And enjoy your Super Bowl. What's your Super Bowl recipe, everyone?
When you click the join button and become a tier 2 member, you get access to all of our weekly top 10 lists. What are you waiting for?